Man, Door Kickers 2 is the best top-down tactical game there is.
No way, bro. No Plan B's the best.
Are you guys arguing again? Anyway, Thunder Tier 1's the best top-down game. I know how to solve this with a game of tactical trumps.
Welcome back to another Tactical Trumps, where today we'll compare these 3 top-down tactical games. Make sure you stick around for the bonus round at the end, because this one's going to be close. Door Kickers 2 is a top-down tactical and strategy game where you command special ops units using the planning phase, pause and edit, or real-time commands to neutralize or capture terrorists in a fictional Middle East setting. No Plan B is quite similar, but you get to pick between SWAT, FBI, robbers, or gangsters to command through campaigns and other operations, where you only have one shot to plan your operation before sending them off and watching it unfold with no going back. Thunder Tier 1 is a real-time top-down shooter where you join an elite special operations team tasked with stopping a dangerous terrorist organization wreaking havoc across a fictional Eastern European country. Door Kickers 2 and No Plan B are both early access games and subject to change. All information in the video is correct at the time of recording in July 22.
Alright then, for the price round, the lowest score will win. Door Kickers is £21. Well, Thunder Tier 1 only costs $16.99. Haha, No Plan B is only $12.49.
That's an easy point for No Plan B.
Okay, on to PvE gameplay. Thunder Tier 1 scores 7 out of 10.
Thunder Tier 1 is an interesting tactical shooter being played from a third-person top-down perspective. Don't expect it to make it any easier though. You will only be able to see enemies that are in your line of sight, and you'll need to focus on your ammo and magazine management. It has a pretty decent storyline, although a bit short, including only 9 missions. It can be played in 2 difficulty modes: Arcade with the easier enemies and no friendly fire, or Realism for a hardcore experience. You either play solo with 3 AI teammates that you can control, or in co-op with up to 3 friends. The AI team aren't overly clever, and will often need to be given the command more than once before they actually do as asked, but overall it works quite well. It's worth noting that the game does support mods in the Steam Workshop, and there are some good missions to download here, giving you a bit more playtime.
No Plan B also scores 7 out of 10.
No Plan B has a plan and execute style of gameplay. Pick your squad members and their loadout and start making your plan. You can tell them how to breach a door, where to be looking at different parts of their path, and when to use their equipment. Once you hit that execute button, there's no going back, so you just have to sit back and watch the mission unfold. Or collapse. What's really cool about this game is you can either play as SWAT, FBI, robbers, or gangsters, each with 10 missions to choose from with a variety of objectives, ranging from eliminating all the hostiles, to defusing bombs as SWAT, or escaping the bank with the loot as the robbers. In the way of progression, there's a campaign mode where you choose your path of missions to reach the end, and are rewarded with diamonds that can be used to unlock character traits, improving their effectiveness. Each mission also awards weapon points that can be used in the shop. More on that later. There's also a map editor and community-made maps available to download for more playability.
Yes, in your faces! Door Kickers scores 10 out of 10 for PvE. Sorry.
Door Kickers 2 provides such a fun and immersive gameplay, with a planning stage similar to No Plan B's, but then you also have the ability to pause and adjust your plan as the situation unfolds, or even control the units in real time. There are a lot more options available to you, both in the way of equipment and ways you choose to complete the missions, from blowing up walls with breaching charges or rocket launchers, sneaking in undercover and using distraction tactics to get back out. There are currently 69 missions to choose from, with about 100 promised for the full release, and these missions are so replayable. I found myself playing this same mission over and over for about an hour, not only to get the 3 stars, but to complete the extra challenges, such as complete a mission with a single plan, complete a mission with a lone ranger, and complete a mission without pausing. Others you'll find in different levels include time challenges and clean runs without injuries. You make much more detailed plans here with the use of extra options such as go commands and wait until clear, reload points, and many more. There are also Steam Workshop maps and a mission generator for you to create your own missions, so there's plenty of options for extra playability here too. That's 1 point for Door Kickers 2.
Alright, next is PvP, and oh man, No Plan B scores 0 out of 10. Yeah, so does Door Kickers.
Both Door Kickers 2 and No Plan B are missing PvP, and for me that's a real shame because I love competing against my friends or random people from across the internet. I can think of a couple of ways they could make PvP work for these games. One way would be to play the same mission at the same time and compete for the best score, while the other way is to simply have one team play as the terrorists and the other team as counter-terrorists. Each get a plan or setup phase, and it's either real time from there, or maybe the game pauses at intervals for you to make changes and adjust. What do you guys think? Should these games have PvP? And if so, what do you think would work best? Let me know down in the comments.
Haha, well, Thunder Tier 1 scores 4 out of 10.
Thunder Tier 1's top-down perspective makes for an interesting PvP experience, and when we got a private game going, we had quite a lot of fun. The score is low here because the game is sadly pretty dead, and the few lobbies that are available are usually co-op. If you do manage to play PvP, your choice is a deathmatch, which does as it says on the tin, a free-for-all where the first to reach the target number of kills wins. Then there's Advanced and Secure, which is a ticket-based team game mode where you must capture and secure control sectors, losing a ticket for every respawn, and every couple of seconds that the enemy team holds more sectors than you. Then there's Exfil, where teams take turns at extracting or defending a package. There are no respawns in this mode. Just for having PvP possible, Thunder Tier 1 scores 1 point.
Okay, and on to graphics, and No Plan B scores 4 out of 10.
The graphics in No Plan B are nothing special, and almost Minecraft level blocky. The effects from smoke and flashbangs are pretty basic, but you could argue that it's not so important to be visually beautiful in this style of top-down game, but the others do it a lot better, and I think it really does add to the immersion of the games. Do get some cool replay cameras that Door Kickers really miss a beat on here.
Door Kickers 2 scores 7 out of 10.
Door Kickers 2 is visually pleasing. It has some really nice effects and some nice attention to detail. From foliage blowing in the wind to furniture and weapons getting knocked over. There are some nice textures and lighting effects, but there is room for improvement. Sadly, replays can only be watched in the top-down perspective with a slight tilt on the camera angle.
Yes, Thunder Tier 1 scores 8 out of 10.
They really did a great job with the graphics for Thunder Tier 1, especially when looking from the top-down perspective. The textures and lighting effects are stunning. There's a lot of detail in the maps, from the foliage that you can hide in, the light reflecting off the puddles. It just looks great. To top things off, there's an amazing replay feature that records all of your games for you that you can watch back later in free cam mode, where you can get some really cool cinematics or screenshots. Although you'll start to notice some of the cracks close up, it still looks great. Thunder Tier 1 scores another point.
Alright, let's look at the customization round. So losing this one again with No Plan B, only scoring 3 out of 10.
There's not much to customize in No Plan B, although in the way of character customization they have recently added some nice touches. There's nothing really in the way of weapon customization other than choosing the loadout, and there are more guns available in the shop bought using weapon points, and skills that can be unlocked using these diamond things you unlock doing campaign missions. Overall, the progression system feels laborious, and I'm personally not a fan of it.
Door Kickers get 7 out of 10 again.
There's not much in the way of character customization in Door Kickers, short of changing the name of your operator and their face. But most importantly, there's a wide range of weapon and equipment choices. It varies depending on what squad you're playing as and the operator's specialty. Adding scopes to your gun affects your aim speed, accuracy, and chance of a critical hit. You can even choose your ammo type. Some items will need to be unlocked using stars that you get when completing levels.
Hehe, Thunder Tier 1 scores 8 out of 10.
Thunder wins the customization round with a wide selection of weapon and character customization. There are 24 primary guns to choose from and 6 sidearms with a range of attachments for each. Plenty of equipment choice, and your clothing and gear selection will affect how much infantry you can carry. You can also change the character's look, voice, and even fine-tune the voice's pitch. Then there's the mod support that allows some weird and wonderful things to be downloaded from the workshop, from pink Hello Kitty skins to goats' heads helmets. Another point for Thunder Tier 1.
Now for the most important round, because the real question is whether these games deliver good value for money. No Plan B scores 6 out of 10 for value for money. Even though it's the cheapest one here, it's just not as enjoyable experience as the other games, and it's lacking in some key areas. Thunder Tier 1 scores 7 out of 10 here. There's a lot of fun to be had in this stunning game, but it suffers from having a really low player count and seemingly not being supported by the devs anymore. Talking of support, check out the links down in the description below for ways to support the channel. Oh, and Door Kickers scores 9 out of 10 for value for money. You can literally lose hours to this game trying to perfect your mission, and it doesn't get boring with so many options and techniques available to you. If it had even a half decent PvP in it, I would have scored it 10 out of 10.
Another point for Door Kickers, making the scores 1 for No Plan B, 2 for Door Kickers, and 3 for Thunder Tier 1.
Okay, for the bonus round we're going to look at the Steam reviews, and because the opinion of many outweighs my own, this round's going to be worth 2 points.
Thunder Tier 1 is sitting low at 77%, mainly due to a flurry of negative reviews lately due to the development team going quiet and the game being dead. No Plan B has an impressive 94%, although it only has a total of 178 reviews at the time of recording. And Door Kickers has a whopping 97% positive reviews, taking the scores to 1 for No Plan B, 3 for Thunder Tier 1, and 4 for Door Kickers 2. Interestingly, if we add up the scores ignoring the price round, No Plan B has 20, and the other two both score 34, even though Door Kickers scored 0 for PvP. For more tactical trumps, check out one of the videos shown here, and if you're in the market for a top-down tactical game, I hope this video helped. See you in the next one.